Catherine Tate's theatrical roots, of course, go back to Nativity play. Was that your first...?
It was my first appearance in a Nativity play when I was 4. Obviously, as we were all in Nativity plays, I'm sure.
I was bumped at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a very good part. Well, I didn't get any part. And I guess, I don't know if my mum was a bit pushy or just wanted to encourage me, because I was a little girl with glasses, ginger hair, you know what I mean.
Yes.
And I used to wet myself as well, quite a lot. I did. In story...
Did you mean to?
Do you know what it was? I completely remember...
The way she said, I used to wet myself.
Yeah. I used to sit there in Story Corner and we were having a book read to us, and I remember thinking, oh, it would be really embarrassing if I asked to go to the loo. Not thinking how embarrassing it would be once I wet myself and say, I've wet myself again. And then they go, Miss, Catherine's wet herself again. But yeah, I used to wet myself. It's so much so that the teachers used to have spare pants in the drawer for me. This was in sixth form. So I didn't get a good part because I was terribly shy.
I can imagine, yes.
I can't even say I can go to... Can I go
it's
to
like
the
a
toilet?
therapy session now for you.
No, it is.
I like it. Wait. Go. So your mother shows up.
I came back and said, oh, I haven't got a very good part in the Nativity. And my mum said, well, does Sister Dorothy know that you can do an impression of Gary Glitter?
Different times, everyone. Different times.
It was a different time. And so I said... so my mum said, you must go and say what you can do. And I said to Sister Mary Dorothy, I have to tell you that I can do an impression of Gary Glitter. And that my mum said, when the 3 kings arrive, I could turn up as well as the king of glam rock. And the teacher was kind of going, well, I don't think there's much room in the Nativity for Gary Glitter to show up. And I said, look, it's the birth of our Lord. Don't you think Mary and Joseph would have had a party? And to her credit, at the Nativity, they stopped the Nativity show and said, ladies and gentlemen, the cabaret's arrived. And there's people with tea towels on their head, you know, with a little baby. And I come in and go, come on, come on. And that's where it all began. And then, of course, I wet myself.
Letter. Dear David Walliams, I love your books, but I got one book wasn't very good. The name of the book was Billionaire Boy.
Moonlight trail that leads to your side, and the moon rake knows